Did you know raising a child in urban India today can cost you over 70 lakh rupees? Yeah, you heard that right. 70 lakh rupees. And yet most people start planning for their baby when the baby has already arrived. After they have spent 40,000 rupees on a stroller that looks like a mini SUV. And after all that, they realize, oh no, I didn't think this through. Let's start with what you actually spend. Everyone thinks, yaar, kitna hi lagta hoga? Diapers, formula, baby lotions. But it's when the bills start stacking up. Suddenly, you're paying 1,000 rupees on a soft toy that the baby won't even look at. Or you're paying 5,000 for a baby monitor just because the ad said peace of mind. 25,000 rupees in the hospital bill of stuff that you thought would be included. Here's the fix. Make two budgets. One for the pregnancy phase, doctor visits, scans, supplements, delivery cost, and one for the post-birth phase. Diapers, medications, vaccinations, and clothes that the child will obviously grow out in 2 weeks. Step 2. Upgrade your emergency fund. Life's about to get unpredictable. Before the baby, if you had 3 months of emergency corpus, you were doing great. But with the baby, that's not even close. Because now you're dealing with medical emergencies, unpaid maternity or paternity leaves, and delayed salary. You need a minimum of 6 months of emergency corpus lying in liquid funds or high interest savings instrument. Now, this isn't about being paranoid, it's being practical. Step 3. Health insurance. Read the fine print and then read it again. So you already have insurance. Great. But here's the reality check. Most health policies do not cover maternity until after a waiting period of 2 to 4 years. And even after that, the maternity coverage is very limited to 25,000 to 50,000. And guess what? They do not cover a newborn unless and until you manually add them within a specific time period. So go read that policy PDF you never opened. And if it's not maternity ready, upgrade now. Step 4. Get a term insurance. Let me be blunt. You created a life, now you need to protect it. And here's where term insurance is not optional anymore. And don't just insure the person who's earning the salary. Even if one parent is staying home and taking care of the baby, their contribution also has a real value. Think of childcare, household management, and so much more. So both parents, minimum cover, 10x of your monthly expenses. Not 2, not 5. And please, no investment linked products, just pure and simple, cheap and effective term insurance. Step 5. Start investing for your child's future as early as possible. You don't wait till your kid turns 5 to start planning for their school. Because by that time, the fee structure would already start looking like Ivy League college brochures. So here's the math. Start with a very small amount of SIP of 2,000 rupees and stick it for almost 18 years. Even with the modest return, you will have a neat little education fund sitting there stress-free. No last-minute loans, no guilt-tripping relatives, just solid planning. Step 6. Talk to your partner, and not just about baby names. So many couples discuss everything. What are they going to name the baby, how they're going to decorate the nursery, and even if the baby is going to learn Spanish. But they never talk about who's going to pay what. What happens if one wants to take a career break? Where are the documents? What the monthly burn rate would look like post the baby? This conversation is not optional. Have it before the baby arrives, not in the middle of the meltdown. Now that you know all these steps, here's the small truth. You don't need to be rich to raise a child, but you do need to be ready. And the sooner you start planning, the less likely you are to panic later. At FinCard, we are helping parents do exactly that. No jargons, no overwhelm, just clear, personalized financial planning. Because when the baby comes, you'll want to be fully present, not fully stressed.